my pitch over the plate. And that is getting over this plate in Casa Ole. It's like a fiesta in Casa Ole. Casa Ole, fresh today, every day. Get a free child's play, put your sticker stop, from any Astros game. Casa Ole, fresh today, ole, every day. Casa Ole, ole.
It's Lima time. It's the special. It's a special episode, one that we've been gearing towards for a number of weeks. We've had this planned to do this episode for like 2 weeks, and then things just like kept happening. And today's almost didn't happen when our entire neighborhood's power went out twice. So that was extremely cool.
Yeah, you just got power going out. I got a Mothra flying around. There's a Mothra around me shooting lasers.
That's why you don't have the video. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I got Mothra, and then luckily it flew into it. There was a big lamp and it flew into it. So luckily that's the moth's one weakness is they'll fly into a lamp or a burner. So we're good on that end.
They do love flying into lamps. It's episode 200. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
I don't know. I feel like I somehow just don't believe it. And it's technically it's probably more than that, but way more than that.
Yeah, with bonus episodes and random like one-offs and
yeah, me and you have like 3 different podcasts that are on here, and it's like those definitely don't count.
Those don't count.
We also did like 3 or 4 decimal numbers before 69. I think we did like 68.327 or something.
Yeah. We definitely did do that.
But no, this is the official. That's a lot of podcasts.
It's a lot of podcasts. It's a lot of, and I feel like we've covered absolutely everything, but also in the same way, like every time, like every time something bad since 2016, whenever there's like a bad stretch, we're both like, can everyone just chill out? Like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't make sense that we would be as even keel as we are, given the volatility of our various personalities. But we are.
True. I don't know. I've been going back and listening, and I'm trying to create an audio thing that's taken me forever. I didn't realize when you have to go and find things to clip, you have to listen to it, which is an actual time.
Yeah.
Every episode being an hour. Yeah. So that's been rough. But listening back to the older episodes, yeah, we were not the same. We definitely, that World Series did something, because we were on pins and needles. We were just stressed out, and we were nervous, and we were angry, and we were sick of everything.
Hated absolutely everything.
Yeah, I did, and I was doing some. It was my microphone. I'm gonna blame it partly on the microphone, but I was doing some like fake radio voice. I was like talking like I was like this is. I tried to make it a real show. I tried to be a real host, and it was terrible.
No one wants that. They can
They can get
that literally anywhere else.
It actually wasn't terrible. It was a real.
There's one thing I love more than getting my pitch over the plate. And that is getting over this plate in Casa Ole. It's like a fiesta in Casa Ole. Casa Ole, fresh today, every day. Get a free child's play, put your sticker stop, from any Astros game. Casa Ole, fresh today, ole, every day. Casa Ole, ole.
It's Lima time. It's the special. It's a special episode, one that we've been gearing towards for a number of weeks. We've had this planned to do this episode for like 2 weeks, and then things just like kept happening. And today's almost didn't happen when our entire neighborhood's power went out twice. So that was extremely cool.
Yeah, you just got power going out. I got a Mothra flying around. There's a Mothra around me shooting lasers.
That's why you don't have the video. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I got Mothra, and And then luckily it flew into it. There was a big lamp and it flew into it. So luckily that's the moth's one weakness is they'll fly into a lamp or a burner. So we're good on that end.
They do love flying into lamps. It's episode 200. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
I don't know. I feel like I somehow just don't believe it. Even technically it's probably more than that, but way more than that.
Yeah, with bonus episodes and random like one-offs and
yeah, me and you have like 3 different podcasts that are on here, and it's like those definitely don't count. And we also did like 3 or 4 decimal numbers before 69. I think we did like 68.327 or something.
yeah. We definitely did do that.
But no, this is the official. That's a lot of podcasts.
It's a lot of podcasts. It's a lot of, and I feel like we've covered absolutely everything, but also in the same way, like every time. Like every time something bad since 2016. Whenever there's like a bad stretch, we're both like, it's Lima time. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't make sense that we would be. It's the special. It's the special given the volatility of our areas. We've been
true. I don't know. I'm going back and listening.
We actually created we had this
audio thing that's taking me forever.
And then things just like
when you have to go and find things you have to listen to it in actual time.
That was extremely
extremely cool. Yeah, just got power going out. Listening back to the older Mothra around me shooting lasers.
That's why you don't have the video.
We're not the same. We definitely
so
I got Mothra because we were. And then luckily we were there was a big lamp and it flew into it.
Out,
so luckily that nervous and we were angry. Moth's one weakness is they'll fly into a lamp or a burner. So we're good on that end.
They do love flying into lamps. It's episode 200. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
I don't know. I feel like like a real good show.
It's always no. I was about to say it's all.
Get a free cosplay, put your sticker stuff, from any Astros game. Casa Ole, fresh today, ole, every day. Casa Ole, ole.
It's Lima time. It's the special. It's a special episode, one that we've been gearing towards for a number of weeks. We've had this planned to do this episode for like 2 weeks, and then things just like kept happening. And today's almost didn't happen when our entire neighborhood's power went out twice. So that was extremely cool.
Yeah, just got power going out. I got a Mothra flying around. There's a Mothra around me shooting lasers.
That's why you don't have the video. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I got Mothra, and then luckily it flew into it. There was a big lamp and it flew into it. So luckily that's the moth's one weakness is they'll fly into a lamp or a burner. So we're good on that end.
They do love flying into lamps. It's episode 200. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
I don't know. I feel like I somehow just don't believe it. Even technically it's probably more than that, but way more than that.
Yeah, with bonus episodes and random like one-offs and
yeah, me and you have like 3 different podcasts that are on here, and it's like those definitely don't count.
Those don't count.
We also did like 3 or 4 decimal numbers before 69. I think we did like 68.327 or something.
Yeah. We definitely did do that.
But no, this is the official. That's a lot of podcasts.
It's a lot of podcasts. It's a lot of, and I feel like we've covered absolutely everything, but also in the same in the same way, like every time, like every time something bad since 2016, whenever there's like a bad stretch, we're both like, can everyone just chill out? Like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't make sense that we would be as even keel as we are, given the volatility of our various personalities. So we are.
True. I don't know. I've been going back and listening, and I'm trying to create an audio thing that's taken me forever. I didn't realize when you have to go and find things to clip, you have to listen to it, which is an actual time.
Yeah,
and every episode being an hour. Yeah, so that's been rough. But listening back to the older episodes, yeah, we were not the same. We definitely, that World Series did something, because we were on pins and needles. We were just stressed out, and we were nervous, and we were angry, and we were sick of everything.
Hated absolutely everything.
Yeah, I did, and I was doing some. It was my microphone. I'm gonna blame it partly on the microphone, but I was doing some like fake radio voice. I was like talking like I was like this is. I tried to make it a real show. I tried to be a real host, and it was terrible.
No one wants that. They can get that literally anywhere else.
It actually wasn't terrible. It was a real good show.
It's always no. I was about to say it's always been a good show, and that's true to an extent.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like an official, like if we were one of those other dorks that are whatever their shows are called that are just talking about BAPIP every day, and literally it's just a perpetual pontificating on what's going to happen, who's doing this, what's going to do that. I can't deal with that. But yeah, so we were official, and I wasn't. You could see me slowly easing into just things going haywire. I would slip every now and again. Yeah, but I have some. I don't know if this microphone will pick up the. I was gonna at least play the. I have our very first segment, not segment, but like the intro. And you can see it, and you can hear how dumb my voice was. Maybe I'll pepper in throughout this. I've got a few different clips of different stuff. Maybe I'll pepper in some fun.
I like that. I like that a
lot. Since we didn't do anything special, and we added more technical problems, which is as Lima time as it gets, is to have all sorts of technical issues. It wouldn't be the show if we didn't have that.
Right, and some of them that were completely outside of our control, and some problems that we 100% intentionally put on ourselves.
Yeah, mine. I'm gonna say mine are all. They're gonna all fall on me somehow. It's definitely my. Anything that's gone wrong on my end is 100% my fault, and it's definitely. So I will take full. I'll be fully culpable on that front. This speaker is not. Let's see here. But yeah, so normally I don't like to own myself, but yeah, doing a voice is just the dumbest thing. I think it's part the microphone, and the audio was even worse then, but I'll tell you this, it wasn't great.
The first few years we were recording it on my really old MacBook Air that completely crapped out and died, which I'm upset at that. Now I've got a workaround now, but that's like how I was able to watch Astros games, was that MacBook that I'd like put a VPN on. But it was super old, and when that laptop died, it also took one of the greatest franchises in out of the park baseball history ever.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're playing
and I can't ever get that back. But like we've and then like thank God for the pandemic, because then like Zoom became
thank God for the pandemic.
Like thank God, that's what saved Lima time was COVID.
That's true.
Zoom made it so much easier.
It really did. Oh Jesus!
All right. Welcome to the inaugural episode, season 1, episode 1 of Lima Time. I am James Yasko, co-hosting with your friend and mine, Pat Knick-Knack Paddywhack McClellan. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
I am doing wonderful.
About this is a very, very exciting time for all of us, to be honest. Not only Astro fans, but just us in general.
That is a professional voice.
The show is going to rule.
It's going to be the best. We are going to redefine the podcast genre, and if anything can just be audio literary greatness, that's what this is going to be.
It helps to start out humble.
Can we win a Pulitzer for this? I don't think so. I believe that's only writing, but I feel like we will win whatever the podcast equivalent of a Pulitzer is.
I think I just got a text that they're going to create a new podcast category, the Pulitzer people. And
a daytime Emmy.
We're shortlisted. So congratulations to us. 45 seconds in, we're already making history here. So this is
hell yeah.
Yeah.
That really set the tone.
We started off humble. I mean, you've got to hand it to both of us.
Yeah, I mean, we had so much information in the beginning. We were angry, and it was a completely different show.
It was, but it has to be said that the 2016, the first season of Lima Time aside, has coincided with the greatest run in franchise history. Like, those two things are linked.
Yeah, and I mean, and honestly, we decided to do it. Like, I don't know, was it playoffs in 2015, that run? We were like, we said we would do it, or maybe, I don't remember. It was something that at least spawned the inspiration.
I think that's what started it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, that can't be ignored. I mean, we should take full credit, and I'm still waiting on two rings now.
I'm definitely waiting. I'm still waiting on Bravado to send us our sacks of money.
But
yeah, no, there needs to be, it needs to be like recognized at Minute Maid Park that this is the 200th episode. Like, I'll be pretty upset if it's not on the Jumbotron, or if it's not on whatever, they don't make an announcement like between.
Yeah, I'd like them to stop play, and like, I mean, just like how they honor the troops. I'd like maybe everybody to stand up, and maybe I'll go to Minute Maid, and I'll be in maybe snow camo. I'll be in fatigues as well, but and obviously it'd be stealing valor. But I'd be like, hey, nobody wears snow camo, so you'll know that only rappers from New York wear snow camo.
Yeah,
1990s. Whoever the guy is that was the lead rapper guy in Onyx, whatever that guy, that little guy that jumps around.
Yeah, that's right.
That was always the bad boy love interest on all the sitcoms. That guy. So yeah, he wears snow camo. But we'll do that. We'll stand up. They'll stop the game. Maybe I'll ride around in one of those bullpen cars, and like Ted Williams at that last All-Star game in Boston.
That's a good call.
And then we'll put you up on the big screen. Like they'll feed you in, and then you can give us some sort of speech.
Yeah, obviously I'll be Porky Pigging it. Like, I'll be shirt, no pants. And,
yeah, you have to.
And I'll climb up on the remnants of Tal's Hill and give a short expository 12-minute speech right in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I'll go out there with a shovel and I'll just start digging. I'll be like, no, I'm putting the hill back.
The Mariners will stand up on the top step of the dugout and politely clap and respectfully clap.
I've been possessed by a ghoul of Lance Berkman has possessed me, and he wants me to make this hill. and band Pride Night. Oh, what? Lance Berkman, don't possess me and you want us to put a hill back and be a bigot? Don't do that, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's the classic Lance.
So that's fun. So yeah, I've got some audio. I got some good clips to pepper throughout the show. The Astros are pretty good.
I don't know what I expected from Ronel Blanco last night, but that was not it. Like, that far exceeded my expectations.
It didn't mind. I kind of thought that he was going to be money once they actually pulled the trigger on that move. They've been planning on doing that for a minute now.
I think it's impressive that literally a month ago they're like, go be a starter, and less than a month later he came back, was like 5 2/3, got it, and like held it down. Maybe it was 5 1/3. I can't remember, either 5 1/3 or 5 2/3. But he did it in less than a month. I thought it took way longer than that to go from a reliever to a starter.
Yeah, I don't know what is just precautionary stuff, being professionals and all the money invested and stuff, and what's like just kind of fake, because I have to assume that just about every single pitcher was a dominant starting pitcher that pitched innings, pretty much all the innings for all their teams as much as possible up until getting to the bigs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like they can't. It just goes away.
Their arms just never gone through that before.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm glad they do it that way. I mean, I guess the way you prepare and all that stuff, and it's better to ramp up like that. But yeah, no, I mean, he can't ask for anything better than that in a starting debut.
No,
that makes you feel much better about Lance disappearing back into the hedges like Homer Simpson meme.
that's such a weird. I don't understand and I think it's funny how like people like I know Chandler Rome's like, and whether it's a bit at this point, I don't know, but how he's kind of like he's not, you can tell he's not thrilled by how not forthcoming the Astros are when it comes to injuries, but I mean, like I go back and forth between thinking like they don't actually owe us anything, like don't, but also like, hey, we fans put a decent amount of time and money and into the team, like I mean it's worth saying something like, hey. And I made a joke about how like they're really slow walking this whole, like at some point Dana Brown's going to come out and be like, okay, look guys, he had Tommy John surgery, like that's what happened, and we've just been kind of slow walking it so we didn't have to like let everyone freak out again. But I thought it was funny at the time, and now I'm like, maybe it's true. Like we spot him in the dugout. He's got a hook hand. Like, oh no. It's like, oh God, no, he's got a hook hand. That's can't be good. And it is his throwing hand. That's okay. He can't what's his name? There.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not great.
So yeah, no, it helps to have just random guys that got sent to Sugarland a month ago come back and give you a really good outing against a division rival. That's crazy.
Well, just and all around, even just to piggyback off of him, I mean, yeah, both France and Belak have been, I would say, phenomenal for what, given the circumstances. Yeah. I mean, if you would have said what would happen to the rotation and where we'd be at, and through those three names out there, I'd be like, who the fuck is JP France? The only reason I know Belak is because people say it'd be like that.
Yep.
And Ronel Blanco would have we have nothing to go off of other than he was a pretty good reliever. And so I'd be like, yeah, things aren't great if that's half of the rotation.
There was a guy that played for the Astros last year, and I can't remember but he was sort of this like fringe kind of utility player guy. But I always, my favorite joke about it was like, it's October time. And it was a play on his name in October. And I cannot for the life of me think of who that is. Does that do anything? Does that?
Yes, but I not enough to spawn.
I'm looking it up.
No, don't look it up. We can come up with it. Because I could see it, but I have no idea.
I got absolutely nothing. Was it? It might not have been last year. It might have been 2021.
It's like that rings a bell, but that it doesn't. I can't come up with anything off of it. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
All the listeners are like, you guys are dumb idiots.
There it is. Robel Garcia, 2021.
How's that anything?
He hit 151, 216, 208. He had one home run.
That's pretty good.
Robel Garcia.
Shout out to Robel Garcia.
He hit 6 home runs. I'm now extremely interested in what was the one home run that he hit for the Astros. So I'll figure that out. It's here. It was at Minnesota on June 12th. He played the entire game.
Wow, good for him.
At shortstop.
Weird. So very weird.
Must be a scheduled day off for Litos. He went 2 for 3 with a solo home run.
Not bad. And now what's that? He's dead? Oh, okay. Well,
off of Jose Barrios. Not a terrible pitcher to hit a home run.
No, not actually. Yeah, somebody who I recognize the name of. So yeah, that's good.
Robel Garcia, not Ronel Blanco. Although last night I was thinking, like, is that the same? That's not the same guy. Like, they didn't transform a utility infielder to a freaking starting pitcher that's striking out Shohei Ohtani.
No, that's right. No, that's close. That is close enough to at least call into question.
Speaking of Shohei Ohtani, I looked this up. He's played 71 career games against the Astros, which seems really high.
That seems extremely high.
But I guess he's been around since 2018.
I guess, but I guess when you're playing that many games, man, that seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot.
Excuse me.
What do you think Shohei Ohtani's batting average against the Astros is?
I'd say 307.
I see. I was thinking something along those lines as well. It's 220. He's hitting 223, 404 against the Astros. It's the lowest OPS that he has against a team that he has played at least 10 times.
Wow. Has it been like trending worse lately? Because when I think about him, I feel like he's always on base. He's hit home runs. I feel like he's always hitting.
I don't know. That's a good question. I can look that up. I'll look that up later. But yeah,
because we've been dominating them lately. So I know he hadn't done too much. But when I just off the top of my head, I feel like he's I know Mike Trout does nothing. He's cursed at Minute Maid, and but yeah, when I think about that, I'm like, oh yeah, he's always doing something. Yeah, the Angels team, this team as usual, they always have annoying players, even new ones that come up.
Yeah,
that shortstop infuriates me for whatever reason, and whatever. Yeah, there's something about them that I just can't. I don't know what it is.
No, I just don't like them. I don't like any of them.
I don't either.
Which actually, you alluded to my next question. Mike Trout has played 140 games against the Astros, almost a full season's worth of games against the Houston Astros. What do you think is his batting average against the Astros?
I'd put him right around 220.
It's a little bit better than Ohtani. It's 252.
Okay, I mean that's all you can ask against one of the greatest players that's ever played.
Yeah, he has 252, 383, 511. That's an 895 OPS, and that's the second lowest OPS against teams that he has faced at least 15 times.
Man,
so the Astros just take care of business when it comes to Anaheim.
Good, yeah, that's good. I'm excited to see what happens with the matchup tonight, considering that the Mike Trout has. What is he? He's 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts or something.
Something like that.
I mean, it's really something like that, or it's 9 for I think that might even be it
against Framber.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Or
Ohtani. It's Ohtani versus Framber tonight. That's gonna be fun.
Or is it? No, it's Javier that dominates, right?
I think so.
I think it's Javier, but he's like. Both Trout and Taylor Ward are like combined 0 for 17 with like all strikeouts. I think it's Javier. I'm looking that
up right now.
But that's insane. That's an insane stat line for Mike Trout. I guess he just can't see the ball. From Javier has that weird release that people are confused, and Trout cannot hit him, which rules.
Let's see. I was hoping to find it like that quickly, but I guess not.
No, they've buried that. They don't want that out. They don't.
Against Framber, Trout is 2 for 16 with 8 strikeouts.
That's bad, but yeah, I think the Javier is like half the at bats, but almost all strikeouts.
Christian Javier is 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts and a walk.
Okay, oh yeah. Woo. And it was like the same line for Taylor Ward as well. Like it was just like that's
love it.
So yeah, that's exciting. Framber and Shohei, that's it's a marquee matchup.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's. Are you surprised that Shohei is as great as he is?
No.
I mean, I don't really buy into hype as much as he is, but like he legitimately is like incredible.
Yeah, no, he is, and it's fun to bag on Angels fans, all 12 of them, and
don't tweet that. You'll get in trouble.
But I'm not like I can't believe the Astros got in trouble for that. Like that's so dumb.
We can get into that in a second, but but I mean they can't. I don't want to be too mean because they don't have him for much longer. If even that's a wrap on that. And
I mean, like the obvious landing places, the Dodgers.
across the street or whatever. Oh yeah, well actually it's like a 2.5 hour drive down the freeway. But
It's just 4 miles, 2.5 hour drive.
Unless you get to ride Mickey's helicopter.
Yeah. So you got to think like the Dodgers are going to be in the mix. The Yankees are going to be in the mix. I don't know.
We're in the mix. What if we just go and sign him? Why not?
Why not? Screw it. It'd be great. Get him in. We'll trade you the city of Corpus for Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. Like you can
Corpus sucks though. But nobody's going to take that.
Well, they get the AA. They get the hooks as part of it, and the the stadium's cool.
Okay, pretty cool. I mean, we'd have to throw in Padre Island probably.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, Corpus just sucks.
South Padre Island has a very Orange County feel anyway, so they're halfway there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they can have it. That's a pretty good deal.
I don't know who says no. The Anaheim can have a beachfront getaway. It would be as close to Anaheim as Anaheim is to the Pacific Ocean anyway.
True.
So
yeah, that works. That's a good deal.
I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah, well that's a fun thing for God, if anybody, if it goes to the Yankees, I don't want him going. He needs to stay there. You know what? He just needs to stay with the Angels, honestly.
Trout's going to be there forever.
Because I don't want him to actually. I know that would be that's could play into it if they're close. And he could just be like, hey, let's build something, even though it would be a lie. And we know that no matter what Trout promises or says, it's not true. And their mediocrity will always supersede anything said.
I just don't understand how you're a major league GM and you've been gifted Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
And they've got like other good players. I mean, and they have some injury problems, but I mean, there's no reason that they should always be that bad.
They're 30 and 28.
Mediocre. But this is what they do, and then they'll just slowly lose games here and there, and then suddenly they're behind the Mariners, and they'll I don't know. The division's looking pretty good this year, so they might hover around there. Who knows? They might. But it's 500. That's what they do.
80. They'll go 82 and 80 with two of the greatest players in baseball history on the same team.
Hit the gritty.
Yes. True.
Yeah. Hit it. So, yeah.
So Shohei. All right. So yeah, he's Shohei. I'm trying to think what else that I have.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that social media post.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what's your take on it?
If you're an A's executive who is offended by the tweet, then put a better product on the field. But I feel like everyone that hated the tweet, it's a perfect, the Venn diagram is a perfect circle if you hated the tweet and if you hate bat flips. Like if you are against having fun in baseball and showing some personality, then you probably wanted that tweet to be deleted.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence on it. I like fun, and I don't. There's nothing wrong with it. Shouldn't have been deleted. There shouldn't have been an issue. The fact that there was is absolutely insane. But I also think it was a little bit in poor taste. Because you're talking about the fans, and it's kind of like that's kind of a dig on the other fans. That's from an official account? Not the best. I wouldn't do that, especially with them with the trouble they're having and they're losing their team. I just, it's fine, but I don't know. I wouldn't have made the tweet.
I can see that. I made a joke earlier because like
you shouldn't be offended. Like I mean, give me a fucking break on that. Like it's not offensive, but it's still kind of in poor taste coming from the team. Talk about I don't know, the fans. That's attendance. It's kind of I don't know. I didn't really like it.
I made a joke earlier in that series because Julia Morales tweeted that someone proposed at Oakland Coliseum.
Whoa, that's a dire fucking. You want to talk about an ominous fucking foreshadow?
And I quote tweeted, I was like, I proposed to my wife at the original Starbucks in Seattle in Pike Place Market, and I feel like more people saw my proposal live than saw that dude's proposal live. So
nice.
I made a joke about attendance.
Well, no, you can. You're not the official account of the Astros. It's just coming from the account just feels. I mean, I don't know. I for whatever reason I didn't like that, and I loved the horse emoji with the gun to it tweet. So I mean, it's like. So there's just something about it. I don't know. It felt like punching down.
It did feel like punching down.
That just never looks good. And like, but the fact that anybody was upset about that is. I mean, just hilarious. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah. But I do see your point, I think that's a valid point, because like I wouldn't want to go to any. Like, I love baseball. I'll watch pretty much any baseball game any time of day. It doesn't matter who's playing. I would not go see Oakland. Like I wouldn't do it just because it's so bad.
Oh, for sure. But think of it, you're a diehard fan. And you're sitting there and you're the worst team ever that's ever played. Yes. You know what? You're gonna be the worst team ever. Your team that you love is all but leaving. And then the quote cheating scumbag front running world champion Astros come in and kill you and then tweet that. I'm a little not thrilled with that. If I'm an A's fan, if I'm just a diehard A's fan, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, come on. I'm not gonna get mad about it. Not gonna leave a scathing Yelp review or anything, but it wouldn't. I would just be like, come on, like, what the hell? You know,
it's a good point. It's a valid point. I've actually, and now I'm thinking about it like that. I can see. I can see it. I get it.
But with that said, I think that whoever does social media and does the tweeting for the Astros is great. And I don't want them to get gun shy. I want sweet memes. And I don't want that to be like, oh no, I can't have fun anymore. So I don't want the fun to stop. Just directed at, it's an organization that isn't in complete turmoil.
Anaheim's absolutely fair game.
And not the fans. Talk about the team. Talk about they lost. We beat you in playing baseball. Don't talk about the fans. Why would you go to a game in Oakland?
Yeah,
it's like leave us out of this. Like this sucks enough. Like, come on.
Oakland is 12-46.
Jesus.
And just for comparison's sake, after 58 games, the 1916 Philadelphia Athletics, the bastard grandfather of the Oakland Athletics, they have the worst winning percentage in the modern era, and we're going back to 1916. They were 17 and 41 after 58 games. So this is the Oakland is on a like 5 game. They're like on a pace 5 games worse than the worst team in modern baseball.
And they're going to be worse than I think the Cleveland Spiders, who are the. Is that who's the 18 with the 18?
That's the all 99. Over.
The worst team. Well, they're renowned as the worst team ever.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. I have
cool ass name though. I wish Cleveland would have just gone with that, but no, they wanted to.
They went
with the dumb one.
20 and 134.
Oh man!
In 1899.
Oh man. Oh, that's rough. They gotta take a wagon wheel to the fucking road games. Like, that's tough, dude.
They had a manager.
Gotta play against Rube, who's chasing fire trucks and fucking drinking on the field. Anyway,
this is the year after they went 81 and 68. So Lave Cross was the manager. He went 8 and 30 and either quit or drank himself to death and threw himself under a trolley.
Drank himself to death is usually what it is, or just something, or literally anything happened. Some sort of got struck by lightning in the middle of a game. I mean, you want to talk about baseball was fun back then. There weren't night games, but I mean, it was a circus.
So then they bring in Joe Quinn, who guides the team throughout the rest of the season to a 12-104 record.
Whew. God. Yeah, Cleveland, it's always been just a rough go of it, huh?
It's not been
except
great.
For 1946. Or is that when they won it? Am I right? Is that
1954?
54? It might be 54. Yeah, I don't know.
There was a week in May of 1899 where the Spiders went 4-2.
Nice.
You might probably, if you were a Spiders fan, be like, all right, we got off to a rough start. Things are looking up.
Things are turning around. And also my whole family's got tuberculosis, and things aren't great here. But and we're still mad. No, they're unions. They wouldn't be mad about slavery ending a long time ago. We're turning it around.
It's getting better.
All of our this is a booming, bustling city. All of our factories will never burn down. There will never be a fire on the river that burned down our entire economy. It'll never happen like that for sure. Anyway,
that's a good point.
We're punching down right. We're punching down right now. We're being big hypocrites.
Well, we're not we might as well be the official account, but we're not the.
We are the official. True. Good point.
What else? What else is there?
Maybe it's time for a clip while we think of what the next thing to talk about is.
Love it.
What do we want to go with? I don't have it there. I don't have anything labeled, so I don't know what anything is. That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool.
The A's are 1-23 in day games.
Oh.
How is that possible?
Oh. That's not great. I know I have an idea. That's what I'll do. Here, read some stats for real quick.
I want to talk about. Once we get done with the clip, I want to talk about how annoying the Rangers are. 16-6 in day games.
Yeah, that's something we definitely got to touch on. All right, here's something. They're actually they're actually upsetting me now, and the people talking about them is making me even more mad.
Mm-hmm.
And here's something that might this is actually all ties in together because we are. I'm gonna plug this phone in. We are professional journalists. This is how we can tie stuff in on the fly.
Yep.
What the hell?
I didn't. I was like, I don't know if there's anything actually playing.
All their Easter celebrations like a furry. Yeah, they call it the Easter rabbit. It's just a rabbit. Dates. Yeah. They're like, no, don't take the blindfold off. The Easter rabbit's here. He's hopping. And they're like, what the heck is this? We shouldn't move them. Super unsettling, but I'm okay with it. Skull Hamels is presiding over the entire dance. Of course he is. He has a great beard for no reason. Yeah. No, Skull Hamels, special speaker at the. we're all celebrating the Lord, souls and resurrections and just light and love and Skull Hamels fucking. Those song or something. So congratulations, Rangers fans.
I'm surprised we didn't get or by we myself a cease and desist from Cole Hamels. He really got run through the ringer on multiple episodes. I've been calling him a racist, a sex criminal. I mean, literally the worst part. I mean, just very unnecessary digs. And I think that there's some sort of term. Is that slander or is that libel? That's slander. Yeah, it's just slander. Just like, oh yeah, he's just that racist sex pedophile. Just like calling the worst possible things. But a little fun bit. But shout out to Sex Easter. Little fun time. So the Rangers. I'm still not full. They're good, but they're not as good as people think they are. I think everybody needs to chill the hell out.
So I did a little bit of looking, and it turns out
they cheat. Yeah, we know
that. 16 of their games, which is not. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's a lot. It's just under a third of their games have been against teams that are currently in last place.
Okay,
that's in their division.
That's enough to have a bump. I mean, that's enough to where they are compared to. I mean, that's what makes me. If I'm them, I'm just like, ugh. All of what's broke good for them. They've clicked, and even with DeGrom going down, yeah, they've played some bad teams, but that means the separation is not maybe not even anything at all.
Maybe. So the crazy thing is that Fangraphs has the Astros and Rangers tying, and the both 92 and 70. I think 92 wins feels low for whoever's going to win this division. But Fangraphs also notoriously downplays, they're not going to the Rays are 40 and 18, and they say they're going to go 97 and 65. If you've won 40 of your first 58 games, you're probably going to make it to 100 wins.
Yeah.
And the A's are not going to finish 44 and 60. They're not going to finish with 56 wins. That's a 40 win team if I've ever seen one.
Hold on one second. No. I'm back. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. I got Mothra came back and I just had some issues. So no, you're right. I mean, I just think when they do have, at least as of late, played the Astros pretty well. But I think when push comes to shove, our hitting against elite pitching is superior, and our bullpen is very superior to them. And I think that's what makes us. And we're also in the winning championships and deep in the postseason every year. That comes into play, experience and just that kind of stuff. I mean, if something head to head down the stretch came into play, or meeting them even in the postseason, which would be fun. That'd be really fun.
That would be very fun. Yeah.
And it'd be terrifying because if we can't lose to them, oh my God, it'd be as stressful as it possibly could get. But
yeah, we would need a Mariners sweep. Just do it in 3 games. I mean, 3 games done. That's it.
Yeah, you have to do the same thing. Yeah, because I mean, they're starting to get a little bit of that Mariners. They're starting to chirp a little bit.
Yeah, they're buying into Memorial Day champions.
I mean, I'd be pretty pumped if I was a Rangers fan right now.
Yeah, I'd be excited.
I mean, they're scoring runs in big clips, and they're not giving up that many. Even though the Astros are, I don't know what it is now, but they were giving up the least amount of runs by 30 runs or something. As of it was maybe last week when I was doing research for the show because I'm a professional.
Correct.
They were there was only the Minnesota Twins. I think when we were playing them, they were the only other team under 300 runs given up, and we were 20 something behind them at 280 at the time.
Yeah,
I know after a couple of rough ones we've given up a few, but so I mean it wasn't even close. I mean that the Astros pitching still is superior, and I don't know, good pitch. We hit. I mean, can you name other than Strasburg an ace that's just shut us down in postseason or just in general all the time? I don't know. I feel like we got, at least in the postseason, we've gotten just about to everybody but him.
Yeah. I mean, kind of got to Kershaw the second time around in 2017.
We did. We got 5 runs off him.
Scherzer, we should have knocked out of the game in the second inning in 2019.
Yeah.
But I don't know. No, I think you're right. And I think the experience of the last 6 years that's going to be what separates the Astros and the Rangers. Even though it's really funny because I do have a couple of Rangers fan buddies that I'll text them and be like, hey, this is getting annoying. Can y'all just like get out of the way? Like we need to restore the natural order of the universe here. And both of them like independently were like, I'm so scared. Like I know we're not this good. Like we're not
They're
this
not.
good.
They're not. But
It's all gonna come crashing down, and I just don't want it to happen. I'm like, yeah, it will.
I don't know if it's going to come fully crashing down because I think they are good, and we talked about them taking that little step, and we said a little step, not what they're doing right now. I think they're just playing out of their minds. They're getting good run production from the back of their lineup, which won't happen a bunch, and
helped by
Seager is apparently the greatest player that's ever played. Once he came back from injury, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. And they have to play us a bunch. So I mean, we only had one series with them.
Yeah, we've only had one, and it was at home when the Astros couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat, and they took 2 of 3.
Yeah, so I mean that's all going to play out. And that's what's fun. We get to play them head to head. So that's what. Yeah, I don't know, but it's 2 full months of baseball it's not a complete sample size, but it's enough to say that something,
The last game that the Rangers played, they lost to Detroit with key contributions coming from Jake Rogers and Jake Marisnik, 2 former Astros. That is absolutely hilarious to me.
That rules. I feel like Jake Marisnik pops up on every team. Like, is he on multiple teams?
He's got joint custody. Like 2 teams have joint custody.
No, I feel like he was. I saw an old highlight or something, and he was when he was with the Mets or something. I don't know. He popped up. I'm just like, I thought he was with somebody else. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He went from Miami to Houston. Let me pull up his transaction log. Do you remember? So he got traded. He was drafted in the 3rd round of 2009 by the Blue Jays. Then he gets traded in the huge deal with the Marlins that got Mark Burley was involved in that. Yunel Escobar was involved in that trade. It was like a 10-player trade, something like that. So he gets traded from Toronto to Miami. He gets traded to Houston. Do you remember the 3 players that Houston sent in July 2014 to Miami?
Can we go back to calling it Florida? I know they're in Miami, but that just something
done. The Florida Marlins.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and even that Miami Marlins is alliterative and it flows a little bit, but doesn't it just not sound real or something?
No, it sounds like a made up team, like in a not licensed Nintendo baseball game.
Yeah, and they have the colors of one too. You're right. So you said 2014 that was?
2014, the 3 players that went from Houston to Miami. This was coming back with Jake Marisnik was Francis Martes, Colin Moran, and a bonus pick in the 2015 draft.
Nice. The only one I can come up with off the top of my head is it was Jared Cozart, but I don't know who the other ones were.
Jared Cozart.
Jared Cozart was for sure.
Jared Cozart was one. Austin Waits was one, and Enrique Hernandez.
Oh man, well we definitely got the. Let's say we got the most productivity out of that trade.
I'm gonna look at who that I should know this off the top of my head, but who that 2015 bonus pick was. Then he gets traded to the Mets. And then he signs as a free agent with the Cubs. Then he gets traded.
Yeah.
He gets traded from Chicago to San Diego. He signs as a free agent with the Rangers in spring training 2022. Okay. He gets released by the Rangers a couple of weeks later.
Damn.
He signs as a free agent with the Pirates, as a free agent with the Braves, and as a free agent with the White Sox. And he just got purchased by the Tigers 3 days ago.
So then it was the White Sox because he played some defense in the White Sox series.
Yeah.
And then that's what it was. I was like, no, because I'm like, I just saw him play on another team, so that was kind of tripping me out. Damn, poor Jake, man. That's I guess that sucks. He's not in the market for a bottom of the ninth defensive guy or whatever.
That's a replacement.
God, I guess he just can't hit, I guess. That's
That's pretty much it.
We wish him the best. That's rough.
The competitive balance pick that the Astros got for that trade was used on Daz Cameron.
Okay. All right. That's something.
So there you go.
Fun times. Yeah, very, very fun. All right, so we touched on the Rangers. We touched on. I feel like there's something else, but I can't. So yeah, I mean, it was. We talked about Lance, and that's not surprising, and also shocking at simultaneously.
Yeah.
And then it was encouraging to see that Brantley's hitting off a tee again, and they might have been actually telling the truth on that one. They were just kind of like he got sore on the recovery, and they were just slow playing it, and so he can come in and so he can, when he comes back, he's at full strength and doesn't have too many reps, and that can go deep into the postseason. So I mean, I think if you're playing 4D chess, if you're playing the long game.
That's right.
I mean, there's no reason for him to be rushed back in that lineup and be sore. Just get him back just for the run. I mean, that's really all you need to do. But yeah, Lance just kind of like, oh no, he's no longer throwing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Tommy John. If they just would have said he had Tommy John surgery, like it would be like, okay, we'll see you in 2024, which might still be the case.
Or maybe he was trying to. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird because I don't think he had quite made it to breaking stuff yet, but he was close. Like he was. I want to say he was about to start throwing to live batters. And starting to start throwing breaking stuff.
So Lance threw 125 and 2/3 innings his rookie year. 2016 he threw 81 innings. 2017 118 and 2/3. 2018 128 and 1/3. Then he has Tommy John surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Misses 2019. Comes back for the COVID season. Throws 55 innings. 2021 162 and 1/3.
Okay.
And 2022 47 and 2/3, and he's thrown under 50 innings since 2021.
Yeah, that's not great.
Which is 2 seasons, but still 47 innings. Like you've made 8 starts in the last year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, we like to throw Stros fan I know under the bus a bunch on this, but he has some very opinionated takes on it about how Lance isn't good and hasn't been, and I'm just like that's a little harsh. But I mean, I don't know. It is very frustrating though, and we probably shouldn't have shut out that contract. I don't know if he necessarily deserved that. I mean, I love him and I wish him all the best, but yeah, I don't know. This is tough.
He'll be he's signed through 2026. Although it's a reason as far as baseball economics go, it's a pretty reasonable contract. 5 years, $85 million.
Yeah, not for a guy who doesn't pitch.
Yeah,
not for a guy not pitching. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's tough for him. And if it is another surgery or something, it's definitely something serious. If he just got shut down like that, he hurt it again. Something. I don't know. Or with him specifically, they're just extra careful, and if he was just like something's weird in the elbow, there might just be like to make sure he's fine to preserve that his career. So I don't know.
Because you're paying him you're gonna give him his $85 million no matter what. You want to make sure that he's right and that you don't rush him back. And I mean, love Lance, but not enough to just give him $85 million to not pitch.
Right. No, it's just not good, and that's where like the team being so mysterious and not clear. It's just frustrating to how you're especially thinking the guys ramping up to get ready to come back, and then just he's no longer doing the thing they need to be doing, and just like, what happened? Nothing
Yeah,
said.
and
Oh,
it's
don't
gonna
worry.
be
And they make sure to reiterate that it's not a setback, even though it's 100% clearly. The
clearly
fact
is.
that they're saying what is happening already is a setback.
Yeah.
If we were going to come back, that is a setback. Oh no, it's definitely not a setback. You mean it is a setback? I mean, that's crazy that they would go out of their way to say that twice on Brantley and on him. They're both. That's a setback if they're not taking the next step towards playing. That is the definition of a setback.
As an organization, you just came out and said you are setting back the amount of when he is going to make his 2023 debut. Like that. Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah. So it's funny. That's funny that they're just like to make sure, like, to make a point to say that, when it's just like it's literally what it is. It's funny, but yeah. So that's not great. But if you just get pulling guys out from AAA and off the street, I mean, we're fine. There's 7 more guys down there that are ready to go. I'm
starting on Monday. I got to get ready for that.
Yeah, you should. You should get a cool mustache like France.
I can do that.
God, he just looks like a. He looks like a cop.
He looks like he's from Super Troopers. Yes,
100%. Yeah. One of the stadies on the rival police force. Or like, yeah, just a motorcycle cop that just has an attitude, and you're all respectful, and he's just like just mean no matter what. It's like, dude, we get it that you're an ex-troop and you're very mad, but like, please, like, hand on a pistol. It's like, this is a traffic stop. Like, what are we doing here?
One time my wife got a ticket because the cop didn't know what year it was. He thought our registration was expired. It was not, because he thought this was like, I don't know, we were in Nashville. This was maybe like 10 years ago. But he was like, your registration's expired. She's like, no, it's not. He's like, ma'am, it is. And he gave her a ticket for an expired registration. It didn't expire until like the following, like, October.
What a moron. How did that even, like, he must have just, I bet he recognized it, and he's like, I gotta stay in this. I cannot miss this. I just won't show up at court and it'll get dismissed, but I cannot.
So I called and I was like, I went, it was in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. I'm like, my wife got a ticket for an expired registration, and it's clearly not expired. And they looked at it and they're like, oh, okay, we'll handle this. Thank you. And we never had to do anything. No,
yeah, they like recognize it. They're like, oh, that's Anderson. Yeah, he never. He just can't, for whatever reason, he just can't get the years right. And we'll put that on the Anderson list. That's another one. He's got the year wrong on that one again. He just has no idea when it is. That's pretty bad. But I'll get stuck on TikToks with just cops pulling over and just, absolutely egregious actions by the police all over. And I'm just like, this is, and just, yeah. And usually it's that kind of that I'm a cop, I'm in control attitude, where it's like they double down and on when they're clearly wrong and looking stupid, and like they just won't admit it, and like they just look even more foolish. It's very funny. That being said, blue lives do matter though. I don't want to be too anti-cop, but so I'm just gonna say his face looked like a cop. But I don't have. I'd like to give a gold star to Jake Myers.
Yeah.
On future trade bait, Corey Julks.
For sure.
He's definitely going to be packaged in, but
we'll make a fine Cincinnati Red.
My phone died, which I was doing the Zoom on, as no surprise to anyone. So in classic Lima time fashion, that cut off. So this is the end of the podcast. I'm gonna play some clips I've compiled very lazily and without any direction or any semblance of rationale. I had a big grand plans for I'm doing some big cool best of montage type thing, and I about 30 seconds into that project I realized that I would have to actually listen to all the episodes to find different stuff. So yeah, I'm just very stupid, so I didn't realize that when I had the idea. Oh, I'm just gonna find all the cool clips and put them on. It'll be hilarious. And then most of it is just maybe honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'll do a bonus episode where I just will go through all the episodes and randomly scroll to a place on the episode and just hear a little bit of each episode, just randomly, and see what happens, and see how many times I talk about Hitler, or if we're just early on, we're just lamenting Gregerson or something. All right, so but yeah, that was the 200th episode. Not pretty anticlimactic, not much of a celebration, but 200 is it's the sex number and the weed number, so that's pretty cool. That's all I got. James wanted me to pass on that. No, I'm not gonna say what he wanted me to say to y'all. It was all gratitude. It's all gratitude. Thanks for still listening. It's insane, but it's insane that we still do it. So it washes out. And Brandon Backey is still a beach crook. Enjoy the clips, or don't listen. See you in a few days. Goodbye.
He's wearing the scream mask to so that no one knows it's him.
Yeah, no, he wears one of those like studio quality devil mask, and he's just like he's dressed like he's got like a Grim Reaper type hood on. He's walking around with a scythe. Just pacing back and forth, and everybody's like, "Ooh, I don't really want to go in there. Is that the real Grim Reaper?" And he's like, he opens the door. Yes, it is. It's really me. I'm the Grim Reaper. I'm the cousin of death. You can sleep when you're dead if you come up here. And he's just walking back and forth. Everybody's checking their calendar, make sure it's not Halloween. They're like, "Wait, is this Halloween or is that the real Grim Reaper in here? We don't know." He's like, "It's me, the real one." Doors open. Come on in if you dare. You hear his wife like behind him. "Joel, come on." She's like just begging him to not do it. "Joel."
It's a happy day. It's me, Sensual Gary, here to tell you happy 40th birthday. That's some will say that's really when life gets started. You can party more, you can do very sensual and weird things. So shout out to you. All right, that's Sensual Gary. All right, thank you, Sensual Gary.
I've never come across Sensual Gary before, but I hope he's a recurring character.
I'm usually at some sort of weird party by the dock, playing all sorts of crazy music. Okay. Music that really gets the body moving, if you know what's okay. All right. And Sensual Gary. All right, no more Sensual Gary for now. Any final thoughts? I'm glad we waited to do this because all of my and I still have anger, but it's more just annoying and being perturbed about most of this stuff, and I see people just arguing day in and
also argue that the Braves and Indians were about the same, because they were the Boston Braves, and Boston is well known for its accommodation and its acceptance of varied cultures, and everyone knows this, and it is gospel. So I would assume that the Boston Braves and Cleveland Indians both came into existence under those names around the same time.
And all the Boston fans are like, "Wait a second, Braves. We thought that we were talking about firefighters and cops. We thought they were the brave first responders. We didn't know they were talking about. We had no. What do you mean? We thought it was cops and firefighters, the brave men. That's what we thought it was. We hadn't. Yeah, they had no idea. For the once, they didn't know that they were racist because they were so racist. So
I have been to Boston.
Yesterday when it was raining there, and I was mad after the Minnesota, because we talked about that about them building an outdoor stadium and how just reprehensible that is. And then we get another rain in Boston, and I was like, you know what? If there was a little Uzi Vert concert that was too loud, there'd be a retractable roof on Fenway the next day. If Wu-Tang Clan if there was just a rap concert a little bit too loud, they would have a roof to keep that noise down almost instantly. So
that's extremely
they can't feel
funny.
any of that noise pollution in their great city. So fun to poke at those guys.
know, it would have been nice to have and just insert any like Chad Qualls, like for things that don't make sense, like in there to shut it.
When you're
down.
wishing for Chad Qualls, you're at DEFCON 1. Like things are at their worst, and they really aren't at their worst. But it feels like when you're yearning for the days of Chad Qualls, and Chad Qualls really was a quality relief pitcher, if we're being honest. But
he was.
He had his moments.
Why?
His bad moments, I meant.
Why can't Matt Albers come in? Damn it!
I love Matty. I went to high school with Matt. You know that? Did I tell you that?
What? No.
He's a buddy of mine. Yeah,
What?
I've done drugs with him. Matt Albers is one of the coolest people on the planet. He's the best. He actually was terrible at baseball forever. Like he was, I used to rake off him in pony leagues. I'm not even kidding. And then he just got an arm like junior year and started with throwing in the 90s and was just out of nowhere. And everybody was like, and he was like pudgy, you know, like he is. And it's like fucking Matt Albers like throws 95. Like what just happened? And then like all of a sudden, and then he goes to San Jack and develops and gets drafted. We're like, what the fuck is going on? I love that guy.
I'm crying.
This is all very true. Not the drugs thing.
I don't believe you, but I'll go with it.
No, this is a Clements High School. Look it up. He was 1 year younger than me.
God, I'm so happy.
Yeah, he's Matt Albers is literally the best. Like he is like one of my favorite people. Jason Cohen, if you are listening, back me up on this on Twitter. that he's real good friends with Albers. Albers is the best. Like one of the coolest and nicest guys ever. And just like a big goober. Like he just like, I don't know, just the best. And was really bad at baseball. Like he was always a pitcher and stuff. But yeah, we used to kill him. I used to love when he was on the mound. This is all very true. I forgot about that. I'm glad his name came up. I forgot the name drop a little bit. Yeah, Albers is the best.
Please, by all means, talking about the World Series is boring. I want to hear more about Ghouls and Ben Franklin.
So that night, that's a Saturday night. The next night, like I realized, like I had a per diem from the museum, and I blew through that first night. I'm spending my money now, so we got to go a little bit softer here. So the next night, we're eating Mexican food, like a sidewalk table, like one of those sidewalk cafe things, and my cousin. He feels something hit his leg, and he like swipes at it. He's like, "Wait a second, you got to be kidding me!" And a $100 bill blew up against my cousin's leg.
What? Come on!
Ben Franklin got us into this weekend, and he's going to get us out with this $100 bill, and we did it all over again.
Ooh, it's quiet on the set tonight. Got so creepy there for a second. What are you doing?
I'm dialing.
Yeah, you're doing work. James isn't doing his job.
I'm Googling. He's already starting to fall asleep from all the sugar he's had.
I know he's an idiot.
That's right.
Dumbass.
I'm doing this right.
No, you're not.
Hello?
Nikki, how are you doing?
Yes. Good.
How was your show?
Good. Who is this?
This is Patrick. I'm here.
Okay, well, you're calling me from an unknown number.
Yeah, well, we're kind of creepy. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, we're a little bit creepy here. We kind of like trick people. You answered an unknown number? I would never do that.
Oh, I thought it might be a famous friend or something.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, kind of is, a little bit.
And they're not in my phone because they won't give me their number.
Right.
Are we Skyping or what?
Yeah, we're on. We're on live.
I'm on too.
Yeah, I know. You're on right now. We're on. This is the show.
I thought we were gonna do like a video thing.
No. Audio Skype. It's just we have guests coming every 20 minutes, so we're using audio Skype to just get people in and out, because it's easier to manage because it's a nightmare.
I'm sorry for you. I'm talking to there are comics in my room. Right.
Yeah, tell them to shut up.
I will not do that. It is rude, and that's not who I am. They said shut the fuck up. No, but I will.
Perfect. That was.
They asked politely, and I translated it meanly. What's up?
Okay, how many of that cool dragon face emojis would you rate your show tonight? That I keep posting and everybody hates.
Actually, it was like 10. I think it was like so fun. It was a really cathartic set.
So the city came out and supported you. They weren't annoying. I'm mad at everybody right now.
I had to win them over a little bit, and then then we really connected, and it was just like talking to friends. It was really fun. The table in the front row got up and left about 15 minutes in, but I think they just went off to go have sex.
They did. They were too horny because
they were having a good time.
Your jokes are too good. Yeah, that's 100%. Do you like that now? That when that happens, like when you're bidding, that's the word. You don't. You gotta kind of be like, that's pretty awesome. Like these guys suck because they suck. Anybody who does that sucks.
They do, but it's still like it just is distracting, and it still hurts your feelings. I even want people I hate to like me. Like I remember my dad when I was a kid used to say, because I was blonde-haired and blue-eyed, he'd be like, "You're Hitler's dream," and I don't know why I have to say that, but I remember being flattered by it and being like, "Oh my god, that's so cool," even though I know Hitler's like the worst.
Yeah, but you got picked though. You're on their squad. You're on the Nazi team.
To like you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is this all going?
It's terrible, and I want to quit it right now. Like, there's 21 more hours of this. It's not good. Very sleepy.
You're going to be just talking on the phone with people for 24 hours?
Yes. For whatever reason, we decided to get 1 million people blocked off in 20-minute interviews. So, it's like we have to reset up for different people every time, and it's like, this is not. It's flowing fine. But for us to reset to talk to different people, it's like, okay, well, I don't like this. We just started. So, yeah. It's gonna be...
well, you guys are in for a long night.
Yeah, we are. But hey, we're raising money for victims. 7. It just started.
Oh my god, you guys are so screwed.
I mean, this is a 2-hour. We've already been on 2.5 hours. That feels like a long time. We've had 4 guests on and done some. It's a long.
No, is it flying by?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
When a guest is on, it is. But between there, we're just like, oh, I feel really stupid right now. But
no, this is gonna be great. Can you see how many people are listening at a time?
I don't like to look at that. That will hurt my ego if it's not enough.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
they're giving us money, that's all I care about. They're still giving us money.
That's so great. Yeah, I forgot that you're doing it for the cause.
Yeah, we're not just some assholes going on live for 24 hours. I'll never do this again.
Yeah, never ever again until the next terrible thing to happen, which could be any day.
Yeah, it could be the next, Jose. It could be the storm after Irma. It could just pop into the Gulf.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god, because it goes in. Oh, I forgot that it just follows the letters. Yeah,
there's all these people have their memes matching up the radar, whatever it is. I don't know what it's called, but they're matching up with the Day After Tomorrow, the stupid Dennis Quaid movie where the world ends. I was like, cool.
I love how you think that's the Dennis Quaid movie and not Jake Gyllenhaal movie. That's what I think of it.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Didn't he carry that? Or was it the
Jake Gyllenhaal, if you're listening, fucking die, buddy. I've had enough of him.
I can't get enough of him. I want more.
Okay, no.
I love how you saw me on Bumble today.
I did. I just left. I didn't swipe left or right. I just got off. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna Text out to her. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. And your response is, "I'm in town, baby." I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm in town. I'm not ashamed of it. Everyone's like, "You're too famous to get on Bumble." And obviously, I'm not famous enough because I'm not getting any action.
Well, like, I mean,
I don't even know that I want
to be active. You're in a decimated city. You don't want some like broke boy with like in a swamp.
Well, I would never swipe right on that. I will say that in Houston, like almost half of the guys I would go through their pictures have a one hunting picture.
No, yeah,
everyone looks like a fucking Trump, like one of those boys with a elephant tail.
I had, that's pretty accurate. And it's what's weird is that we're such a blue city too. But there's a ton of those guys out here.
And people have to specify on Bumble. They have to be like, and you don't get this in LA because everyone doesn't vote for Trump in LA. It's such a liberal city that no one has to say, if you voted for Trump, swipe left. But here, they're like, if you voted for Trump, swipe left. Like, you have to say that in your profile.
You have to specify, or you just have your MAGA hat on, and it's like, okay, we get what this is. But I think camouflage
I haven't gotten to your profile yet, but I'm dying to know what you say in yours.
I talk about bats. It's a really, you read it at some point. It's really offensive and stupid. And I tweeted the other day that what did I say? It was something about like the only advice I could give to people is to not put a picture of you hiking on your dating profile. And I matched with this attractive lady, and fucking she's on a quest, a fucking trek. In every picture, she's got a walking stick.
I took fun of a guy the other day for his hiking picture.
Yeah, all of it was hiking.
He got really mad. Like, he immediately was like, what do your pictures say about you? And I'm like, don't get defensive. This isn't going to work. This isn't a good look for you, sir. But yeah, everyone's hiking. I'm also on the dating app for celebrities called Raya.
Yeah, you are.
It's like, of course. And I barely got in. And it's, it's a lot of models and DJs and stuff. And every single guy has a picture of them jumping off of a yacht. And then another one, popular thing is like someone doing a dance, because there's always photographers at weddings, and guys don't take a lot of pictures of themselves. So a lot of guys take pictures for weddings because that's where photography is happening. And the worst thing is like a guy doing the worm at a wedding. It's like, this night isn't about you. Stop it. Like that immediately, I'm just like, gross. And then I've chatted with a couple guys, just a handful. Like I haven't gotten a lot of matches, and the ones I've chatted with. An instant boner killer is using LOL. If a guy uses LOL, I literally said to a guy the other day, I was like, I don't talk to guys that say LOL. I'm sorry, I gotta go, because I just didn't want him to think I ghosted just for no reason.
No, you gotta tell him that. He needs to sleep with that.
Just say haha. No, this LOL stuff that is so disgusting.
But see, haha is mocking. So there's too many levels of this. There's too many.
No, if it's haha, then it's mocking. But if it's like
three ha's, you need three ha's.
Yeah, and then maybe a double H. You're like typing so fast, you're laughing so hard that.
Yeah, I just type letters, and I'm like, I lost it. Yeah. You made me lose it. I typed this. Yeah, right.
That is the best. Don't put no lulls. That is so. I think that's a different generation.
That's pretty lame.
But my age group, I go from 30 to I'm 33, so I went a year under me, all the way up to 43, I think, and I'm getting lots of LOLs. There's no excuse for that in that age group.
No, we need to speak to our demographic in particular.
No,
we don't need to be doing that. It's not that lit fams. We can't do that. Huh?
What's the lowest age you want to? What's the highest?
Okay, well
be honest.
I put 25, but they're fucking idiots, and I will not date a 25-year-old. But they're in my range, and I go up to 40, even though I probably won't date a 40-year-old. You never know. We're adults. See, who knows? Who knows what will happen?
How old are you?
I'm 35. Too old.
Isn't that interesting? Like, I would gladly date a 43-year-old man, but like that.
Well, yeah, it's different.
I'm 33.
No,
but
I'm not against dating it at all.
Yes.
No, we're in the same group. I feel like we're in the same group.
It to 40 years old.
Right.
I'm gonna peak at 43. You're gonna miss out.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's inevitable. I'm already missing out now, Nikki. I'm missing out right now. No, I'm not against that, people. I have no age restrictions. It's kind of weird to even put parameters on it. I'm all about vibe.
I don't think it is. I think
somebody cool. Like looks went out the window a long time ago for me.
Below the age of 32, just you're worthless to me. Unfortunately.
Sure.
You know, and you don't realize it as a woman too. When you're 25, you're just like you have little to offer. And then there's always those 25-year-olds that your 35-year-old guy friends date, and they go, "She's really smart for her age. She's like an old soul."
That's the.
I want to be like, "Oh, is her pussy old?" Like, of course not. What if you just had a young woman with like just the oldest pussy?
Just the old
like,
pussy,
she's
right?
Just so cool, you know. It's They always have an old soul. I'm like, well, no 25-year-old has an old fucking soul. Oh,
just because you like Otis, you like Otis Redding, she has an old soul. Okay.
Show you're into. Yeah.
No, they're idiots.
Dating apps are so fascinating to me, though. This is my first time on them, and I'm just like, I can't stop swiping. It's so fun.
It is fun. So you haven't done it before? Like, I hadn't done the swipe ones, but I did like the match. So I was like, I'm pretty good at like communicating. I'm good at messaging and not being a like fucking basic boy and like copy and pasting stuff. Like I can talk to people, but this swiping thing is very weird. I feel I know, but see, nobody swipes.
Well, I like the swiping because it's based on looks. I don't want to fill the profile and have people that like also don't want kids or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
But does it?
I think that we should start is like the place you should start is from a place of, do I want to fuck this person?
Right. That's what it's supposed to be. And then you're like, okay, let's dig in a little deeper. Nope, that person is a Nazi. I cannot do this.
Or they use LOL.
Or they use LOL.
Similar to being a Nazi.
Right.
I think Nazis often use LOL.
Or they do the worm at weddings. There's a lot of things that can eliminate you. That's the lesson to be told here. That a lot of things you can get eliminated for, and you might not know it.
Exactly. Oh my God, there's so many. A lot of guys will put it's almost hilarious, but then it kind of goes the other way because people like to put pictures where they're with their niece or their nephew, and guys want you to know that it is not their kid. And instead of just putting that in the body of like the About Me section, they'll be like, they will literally take the photo and write "not mine" on it, like with their fingers. And so this kid, this beautiful child, who is their niece or nephew, who they apparently love enough to put in the picture, now has writing across their face like they're at a frat party.
And three skull emojis with the cross out.
Yes, and then people also brag about, like, guys in their late 30s and 40s brag about never been married, never had kids, and it's like, that's not a brag at this point. It's
no, you've lost. That's what goes against you, I think.
I like when guys have been married before. I'm like, oh, it means you can do it.
Yeah, it means you did it.
Failed. Everyone fails.
I'm with you. You're preaching the choir here. Well, you know what? Okay,
we should match.
Yeah, we should. I'm swiping right when we get off.
Okay.
Here are my grievances. Snapchat filters. I'm not fucking attracted to Japanese anime deers. Get the fuck out of here with that big eye shit.
That's so funny.
It's every one of them. Every single one of them has a Snapchat filter. And I feel like guys are just as predictable as women are. We're all just bad people.
Guys do Snapchat filters too.
Let's see, they need to dial that back a notch. Like my pictures are terrible, and I hate them, all of them, because I don't take good pictures. But yeah, I don't have a Snapchat.
That's the way it should be. You shouldn't be lying about the surface structure of your face. Like people that just have this, like these guys that use filters, like no one's face looks like that. Except I did meet Justin Theroux a couple weeks ago.
Really?
And his face does look like a Snapchat filter because he's had it lasered. All his pores are lasered off.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it was a little too much. I was just like, where's your texture? I want texture instead.
It's gotten worse as his celebrity has grown. He's gotten progressively worse, and I hate seeing that. When I see an attractive person that isn't, in the limelight, kind of get in it, and then all of a sudden their eyebrows are a little bit more trimmed and their pores are perfect. It's like, okay, buddy, let's slow it down.
Yes. It's there are some really, really hot guys on Bumble and this other app, but they're sometimes too beautiful, where it's like, oh, you'd be like trimming your eyebrows. Like, I barely do that.
Right. No, that's some bozo stuff.
But you know what? Each their own. I shouldn't judge, but
we should judge.
That's one of the fun things about that. I just said some guys were just like listed his occupation as an oil and gas specialist, and I was like, I got so much in common with you. I fart a lot too.
That's nice.
I'm myself a gas specialist, but I just like there's so much to judge, and that's the beauty of these apps. And the celebrity one I'm on, you can't screenshot to send to your friends because they'll catch you because it's supposed to be private,
Well, people can let loose, huh?
Oh man, I have so many celebrities have just hilarious. Not like there's no one's being extremely douchey, but I see a lot of celebrities on there, and I don't mess with any of them, and I shouldn't because I talk shit about them.
Can we start like an anonymous account? It'll get out who it is. They'll find out. I've heard they like research that. They're like the fucking KGB.
Yeah, you can't create a fake one on Ray.
No, I mean just like you look at them, and then we have a secret account that's anonymous, and then we just like tell stories of what these assholes are doing. Like this guy, I saw this guy doing this. He was wearing stripes the wrong way, or something. That's not that bad. That's not that bad, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's not that bad. But actually,
he's just wearing stripes wrong. I don't know. That's not that bad. Never mind.
How do I smoke this? Someone just gave me pot in between shows, and.
Okay, so cool. A bunch of drug dealers here in the city.
You're so amazing. I just started smoking pot. Do you guys smoke pot?
I do, but I don't regularly. Like, I'm not against it, but I don't, buy it.
See, this stuff says indica, and I never know the difference between indica and sativa. I know that indica is like in the couch, like it'll make you sleepy. But then I try to remember that, and I think it's sativa, and I'm like, sat in the couch.
Sat in the couch. It's like, they're both the couch. Which one's the good one? Straight. Like, which one's the upper one? Sativa is?
So, sativa is the one that's like, you just remember the one that's in the couch, which is indica, and then the other one is the upper.
Okay.
But,
I just
think the indica would probably not good to smoke before a show. But,
what time's your next show? 10?
Yeah, it starts it just started now. I think maybe 9:45.
All right. I'm excited for you. So you're doing you're doing tonight and tomorrow 2 shows, and then you're doing a bonus show for charity Sunday with a different set.
Yeah, I said that, but who knows if I'll stick to that? But it'll be wild, and I'll do it with material that's fun. And if I go back on that, I'm going to donate like half of my check I'm making this week to an animal cause, but TBD. So I don't feel bad if people come to that show and it's not different material because I'm not making any money this weekend.
No,
it's all for charity, you know.
I'm gonna try to get out there Sunday when I've woken up from bullshit ass slumber.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing here with this thing.
Yeah, we're trying. We're doing what we got to do.
Come out for a show. And there's 2 people on the phone, right?
James is he's in Waco, which is not near here. We don't really respect him, honestly.
Yeah,
he's not. Nah, he didn't. Just ignore him.
I'm the brother that Pat keeps in the attic, and whenever his cool friends come on, I can't talk.
No.
Wait, you guys are brothers?
No. He's just a guy that I don't let anybody that's cool talk to. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like he might be cooler than you, and that's why.
He's much cooler than me. Obviously, that's why I don't let him, Nikki. Why would I let him on to make me look bad? But come on.
I'm so cool. I'm 37. I've been married for 14 years, and I teach U.S. history.
Badass. You're badass. You're like the goal. Like, shut up.
Oh wow, you've been married since you were 23, and you teach. What do you teach?
U.S. history.
Of course he does. U.S. history. Cool. He's got like a cool like Gettysburg song. I'm sure. He's the perfect man.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
We're secretly
dating.
I would swipe right on James, honestly. He doesn't have any stripes the wrong way. He wears them the correct way. Just a good guy.
I mean, he sounds like a real catch, and I'll see him on Bumble later. Oh, wait, he's married. So it doesn't matter. A lot of married guys on Bumble. Let's admit it to ourselves.
Yes, there is.
I don't know what that is.
They just changed their first name a little bit.
Yeah, he's Jace instead of Jason. It's like, all right, Jace, we got you, buddy.
Well, I have to
go get ready for your show.
For my next show.
Yeah, do your thing. Thank you for coming on, Nikki. I really appreciate it. I'll try to see you Sunday, and I will swipe right on your.
You have my number now, so just text me.
Yeah, I do. All right.
I wear those steps the right way. You got it.
All right. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jonathan should be on right now.
I'm here.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Hey, I appreciate you. I'm James. We've been emailing over the course of the past week. So my co-host here is Patrick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
And then we got Tim who got us connected. So I know you don't have a whole lot of time because you've had a pretty long day. And so first of all, thanks for coming on and helping us out with providing some funds for Houston. I guess my first question is what How often do you get to Houston? Like, does your job bring you to Houston? Do you hit more affiliates? Like, what's your experience with our favorite city?
Yeah, that's a short conversation.